Good morning. It's 10 past midday. Hello. That has got a nice little topper on there. Yeah, 1st of December. There's a little monster on the floor. It's the postman. Is he gonna knock? Is he gonna knock? No, he's not gonna knock. He's gonna try and shove it in. Shove it in. But it's rude, isn't it, if I open the door while it's half in, half out. What have we got here? Oh. I don't usually put whipped cream on my hot chocolate, but seeing as I knew it was Advent, I smashed something the other day, so we got myself some glue to unsmash it. I'm not going to show you the inside. Oh, gorgeous! I knew it would be gorgeous. Jason might find it a bit weird that I bought him an advent calendar with random pictures of Kate in it. Kate from the Last Family House, but we just need the not advent calendar. Got it first. Oh, it's from Molly Klein Designs. It's her 20-gram. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, it's beautiful. It's not even coming across as beautiful on the screen. But yeah, Molly does lots of these ones, which I don't know what we call it. It's not speckling. It's like heavier than a speckle. I feel like I want to say splodges of colour, but that sounds like it's a rude word. What's the nice word for splodges, which is just gorgeous? Like more intense than tiny speckles. You get that really intensified, gorgeous. Cool. It doesn't have a name, but it's like blackcurrant and pine trees. Very nice. I don't have an advent project this year, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I think I'm just going to collect them all, pop them in the basket. Doesn't matter which one comes first. I don't need to use them in order, and then if I fancy working on a project, I will do it. But for today, I'm going to take you out with me. We're going to go to the post office so I can ship one order. One came in last night for a nutcracker bag from my Etsy shop, and I want to make sure it gets there, I hope tomorrow, so it'll get there on the 2nd of December, which is great. And then there's a little bit like vintage shop, and there's a few things on my list. I would really like a really small cake stand, because the one I have is massive. I never make cakes that big. I often make like little madeleines, like the little tiny shell cakes, and they just look really pathetic. 12 madeleines on this massive thing just looks a bit empty. If I make more than 12 madeleines, I will eat more than 12 madeleines, and I don't need to ever eat more than 12 madeleines in one go. So a smaller cake stand, hopefully a glass or a ceramic if they had one. If they happen to have a little vase, which would be enough for supermarket flowers, like a small vase, because vases are way too big. The ones I have, you need a few bunches, and I would just like one little vase. And if they have any nice sherry glasses, I do have some sherry glasses which are cut glass, but I would like some very more rounded ones, maybe with an engraved carving on. So it doesn't matter if we get them today. It's not an emergency. It's just I have to go into the post office. I wasn't planning on doing that, but I want to go, and we might pass that vintage shop, so if it's open we'll have a look. And see if we can do a bit of crafting today. I do also have this the Naked Marshmallow Company. I think Kelly of Les Family Yarn had either the same or a similar one last year. I don't think she was very impressed with it, But you have to like set your marshmallows on fire with this special thing. I'm not sure about that. I'm being clawed. Yeah? What are you doing? What are you doing? You ready to go out? Yeah, you're blowing them kisses. These little danglers. Okay. We're ready to go. You ready to go? Let's go to the post office. Let's go. Hello. I didn't know you could do that. You get up all on your own. Yeah? You want one of them? Yeah. You want one of them? Yeah. Come on then. Mine. This one's not for you. It's not. Hello there. The 2nd of December. It's already after lunchtime, although to be honest, I ate my lunch at 11 o'clock in the morning. Had to be done. Some days I don't have my lunch until 4, other days 11 a.m. get in there. Okay. Pretty good day yesterday. I didn't manage to do very much crafting, but it was nice to have a little walk, and I was happy that I went to that little vintage shop, although I don't think that I should ever go anywhere with breakables with a baby strapped to me. I knew I couldn't go with the pram, but that was a bit of a nightmare. I thought she was going to break any, like, she could have broken anything at any time. Anyway, I did not buy any glassware, even though I wanted some, because I just couldn't choose. I didn't know what I was looking for. And they had so many glasses, I was like a deer in the headlights in that shop, and she was just like flapping and kicking her legs, and oh my god, too much. But I think I found some glasses in another vintage shop, which is only open at the weekend, so maybe I'll go there. I don't think I'm going to go with Lila. Maybe Jason can just sit with her for an hour while I pop out, which he won't mind doing. Anyway, I have cut out another stocking and some lining. This is not the same range as the other ones from last year, but I thought it went really well with that kind of like vintage theme, and then it's a bit darker, the background. These are just slightly off-white, and that is a little bit darker, but I'm happy with that. But I like the kind of, you know, it's just got those kind of objects, Christmassy objects, the same, the holly, and these are decorations, mistletoe and bells. So I thought it kind of was quite cohesive. Nina's doesn't match, that's just Liberty on a, what colour? Like sandy colour? Beige. Anyway, so I thought I would cut the top out and do some embroidery today. And I think that colour works nicely. It is a red, but it's I guess a cranberry. It's like not a bright red, it's quite a muted pinky red, so I really like that. That's like a bright true red. I don't know if you can see the difference on the screen. But yeah. And the reason is I do have a commission that I'm working on for 2 bags that are monogrammed. I'm not going to show you. They're a gift for somebody. They were commissioned as a gift. So there we go. I show you part of the name. Looks really beautiful, and I need to work on the other one. Because can you believe it? Halfway through the second bag and I ran out of white embroidery floss. So I ordered some more. Got my confirmation on PayPal, but no confirmation from the actual website. So I think something's gone awry. I did manage to buy some in person. It was really annoying. Never mind. It means I'm going to have to send an email to the company and say, hi, I didn't get a confirmation, but seeing as it took so long, I've now had to buy it elsewhere, so can you cancel the order? So I don't need that thing anymore. That's just embarrassing. I hate those like admin-y things. It's not even my fault. It's someone else's error, and I feel awkward about it. Typical. Anyway, so I'm going to cut this out today and trace the name. And the commission has already been traced for like a week, I think. And it's been sat there for 4 days, I think, since... When did I start it? Last Friday. So it's been nearly sat there 5 days. So I can finish that today, which means I can sew the bag tomorrow. The rest of it's all ready to go. All the lining's sewn, everything's cut out and ready to go in the machine. It just needs that little bit of monogramming with the name on it, and it's half done. So just the second half. And I can add this to the same pile, just cut and monogram. When I do my embroidery now, I use, what's it called? Dafont, maybe? Anyway, I go on this, I just look online for websites that have different fonts, and then you can preview different fonts with whatever you want to write in it, and it comes up. I just screenshot it and then print it out, and sometimes I print out a few different sizes. I just stretch it in Microsoft Word and just do a few sizes so I can lay it out and see. But I've got these two as a guide, so I'll just do a similar size. Wondering how many threads I used for this. Can't have been the whole floss. I would imagine it's 2. I might just have to lay a bit of floss on top. Oh, it looks so nice. Really happy with it. I tried to find this font again and I couldn't find it, so luckily I'd already screenshotted Lila, which we spell Lillah. That's not how I thought you spelled Lila. The way I thought you spelled Lila, everyone would call her Layla. So we spelt it that way because the name Delilah is spelt that way, the Lila part. Anyway, I thought people wouldn't get it wrong, but actually loads of people get it wrong at the doctor's surgery and when her name gets called out in any kind of official capacity. Loads of people get it wrong, so sorry Lila. I don't think it through, but I like the name. Okay, we'll do that, and I had to do it now while it's still light because there's a window. I stick my fabric and my paper to the window with washi tape and then I trace it. And these ones I ironed on the name and stitched over, but then you can't rub out the lines. But now I use the aqua pen, and then when it's done, aqua trick marker. When the sewing is done, now I just dunk it in water, and actually it makes a huge difference to the stitch quality. Let me tell you. I had no idea. Now I'm thinking all these embroiderers out there must be soaking their work. It looks very nice. It just like very cohesive stitching. I don't know why I never thought of that, seeing as I really love, I mean, when I say block my knitting, I dunk it and then I let it dry flat. I don't really stretch and pin. I'm gonna be honest, don't stretch and pin. Very rarely. And I've got the blocking needles that come on like a plastic. They look like a comb. And then you just like whack them in, because yeah, I'm not sitting there with a pin cushion and doing one pin by one pin. I'd go insane. So those are good. Those are good, those blocking pin thingamajigs. Anyway, the light is fading fast. Can you, oh, I really don't like that it gets so dark so early, but what can you do? That lasagna for lunch was, you think lasagna is good on the day you made it, but then it's better the next day. And it also tastes better because you didn't have to cook it. Am I right or am I right? That's okay, you don't have to answer. I know I'm right. No, I'm right. So's chili con carne. That is one. That is one that's very good the next day. Although I don't know why we put the con carne in the end. Apparently in America it's just called chili. It's just like a beef chili, stewy, nice, and you have it with cornbread. And in the UK we call it chili con carne, and we serve it with rice. What's that con carne part about? Oh, I could do with some chili con carne. That's a nice autumnal and wintry dish, isn't it? I can't believe how cold it is. It's so cold. I've had to resort to fluff, and I really actually I thought I should weave in the ends of this. I should weave those ends in because I think I might need this. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, let's weave in those ends today, and I can wear that for the next few days. These little scarves are so good for indoor usage. Okay, let's do a little bit of crafting. Okay, I did fix that top little loop. I just went over with a tiny bit of water, ironed it dry, and then just redrew it nice and neat. So I am now happy with that. It's quite central. I know that it folds over at that snip line. It kind of rolls. And then I know there's a centimetre seam allowance. So I know it's going to have a good, perhaps slightly closer to the, yeah, perhaps slightly closer to the bottom than those, but I like it. I do like them further down than further up, because I think I don't want it to get lost in the roll, so I want to make sure it's at the nice flattest point. And I'm happy with that, and hopefully I can sew that together tomorrow, and I'll have embroidered it today. But I'll keep you along for the embroidery process with a hot chocolate or a sherry. I don't have the right glass. I have a glass, not the right glass, but it's a very good sherry. If you let her out, she goes straight to the cat food and will try and eat it. I have learned my lesson. Safer in there, Bubba, isn't it? Is it safer in there?
I'm going to put up a picture here of what this makes.
Good morning. We're number 3 today, 3rd of December. it's already like midday. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Oh, I had a lovely bath yesterday, last night. I had this little glass of sherry, very delicious. And I've just done a little like face treatment. So I'm all pink and greasy, but never mind. Yesterday I did my embroidery. And today I think I'm going to finish the stocking. Just need to fuse some of the fleecy stuff in there and then stitch it together. And I've got a bag to make, and there's half of the name there. I know the person that it's for watches the podcast. I'm not going to show the full name just so that they think, oh, is it me? Maybe it's me. Oh no, maybe it's not me. Because they didn't order it, it was a gift for them. So I can get that out in the post this week, maybe tomorrow or Saturday, we'll see. But I want to get that out. It doesn't need to go out as soon as possible because obviously it's actually for Christmas. But it's nice to, you know, when you've bought something, you do want it as soon as possible. Just even though you know you don't need it for a few weeks yet, it's nice to just have it at home ready to go. She might still jingle jangle a little bit, but there won't be that jungle music. And when yarn arrives, I mean, I've got my maraschino, and now I've got the matching mohair Hello Whitmore cardigan. I'm wearing that for Christmas. That is going to be glorious. You blow me kisses. You blow me kisses. Very cute. We seem to have like quite a little pinky theme going on with berry tones. Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna start knitting it today, but I'm going to at least wind these into balls. If I could do all 6, that would be amazing. But it takes me half an hour to do the 100 grams. So we'd have to see about that. Got a card just in case it gets cold, because this top room basically has no insulation. We're in the top of the house, and yeah, sometimes squirrels live in the gaps. I bought the TV guide recently. You know I like a TV guide. Is it called the Radio? It's called the Radio Times, the TV guide. Whatever the upper class one is, I like to buy, and I think last year I bought the wrong one. I like a much higher caliber magazine than I bought last year. They're actually exactly the same. doesn't matter to me at all. I need to go through and just see what I'm watching. I need to highlight it. I need to get my schedule. It's so pathetic to arrange your schedule by the telly, but you know what? It makes me happy. So I want an advocaat and lemonade in my fancy glass with a maraschino cherry. I want to be wearing some maraschino. I want to have some lipstick on and a hairstyle, and I'm going to be just like mulling around. I know some people watch Vlogmas for like a nice relaxed... Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's not what you get with me. I'm going to rile you up, so don't watch it before bedtime. In any case, make the bag that's going to go out in the post today, make the stocking, and then prep. I've got a tablecloth I want to make. I want to make napkins that double as crackers. I know. That sounds fancy. Yep, going to do that. I bought ribbon to go around the edges, to go on, like to tie it. They're not going to snap. I hate that the crackers snap. Everyone seems to love crackers, and I'm cracking them like this. Oh, every time. I hate it. Non-snappable crackers with a present that's actually selected for the recipient in the cracker. What better? What better? I might just put like a bit of cash in Jason, because I don't know what to buy him, and if he opens it and there's like even just like a £5 note in there, he'd be like, ooh! It's good for parking money. Or maybe I'll go to the bank and change a few coins, because those parking machines, I think they take coins. Often take coins. Anyway, yeah, lots of little bits and pieces I want to do. So over the next few days we can do a little bit of crafting, and I'll show you what I'm currently knitting tonight, and I will show you my progress with this as we go along. Lots of lovely things to do. Look at the little beastie. Little feet. Oh, she was still bouncing even though she was asleep. Excuse me, can you tell me the secret of these lashes? Because I need a go. I need some help in the lash department. It's very unfair of you. Do you leave the baby to sleep in the bouncer, or risk waking her up to put her to bed? Hi, Nana Beans. Hello. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Hi, girl. Hiya. Yeah, I stroke your head. Come on. Good girl. You're such a good big sister, aren't you, Nana Beans? You're so nice. Hi. Oh, you're a purrer. How come you so purry today? You like purr for Papa, not for me. You feeling a bit lonely? Yeah. You spend a lot of time up here on your own, don't you, girl? Good girl. Ooh, hopefully it's almost done. Okay. Okay. Is everything correctly orientated? I hope so. One last line of stitching and when I made the pattern for this, because I didn't have a pattern, I just made one. I made it specifically to fit, so that the outside fabric would fit in a fat quarter. Just to keep it like cost effective and like not use too much fabric. It's nice not to have leftovers, if you know what I mean. And also so that you can fit your hand in, but that it's a bit of a squeeze, because I think having to like reach in and kind of feel about is quite nice. Obviously little children's fingers are much smaller, their hands and arms as well, so. Okay, and the last part is to anchor. First time I made one of these stockings, the inside holds the I don't know what you call that, the hanging part. When I filled it with loads of stuff, it kind of didn't really, it was not happy about that. So I do a little stitch inside just to hold it all together. I've just done a top stitch here in white thread, which you won't be able to see. And then on the outside, you can see I stitched through. That just means that that hanging loop is anchored at that point. And then once I turn over my cuff, that's nice. I like the lower placement of the name as well. I could have gone central, but yay! I've sorry, my cat's down there now. Yeah, I've got all the stockings ready to go. I have put some paper decorations on the hooks that would hold these, and I don't know if well, we went OTT. I say we. I went OTT with the fireplace because our tree is like that big. We do not have space for a tree this year. We have a baby instead, and her buggy goes where the tree would go. So I'm not gonna get upset about it. I think I need to buy a scented candle that is fir tree scented because the tree is just all about the smell, and we've got this tiny pathetic tree which is actually very pretty, but it doesn't smell, and it's very sharp, so the cat has not gone near it. So that was a good move. Usually she like chews them, particularly the plastic ones. We tried a plastic one last year. She tried to eat the plastic, plus she cracked the lights with her back teeth. Very funny noise. Oh, I'm chuffed with that one. That has come out absolutely beautifully. I've got, I think, I really want to create a tradition of hanging these up. Jason said hanging them on Christmas Eve. Do you know how long it took me to make these, Jason? Do you know how much effort and time went into them? They go for more than one night. Don't you be ridiculous. You're a ridiculous man. Anyway, hang them up, and then on Christmas morning we can go down and bring them up and open them in bed. I know lots of people do that with their stocking, and I think that's a really cute thing to do, because on Christmas Day I wake up super early. Lila wakes up super early, and Jason would like to sleep in, so we can bring them up to him, and we will open our little stockings in bed cosily, all with a nice cup of something, and then once we're a little bit more waken up we can go downstairs. Oh, it's so nice, and the name has come out really pretty, and I did give it a soak, and it's just really filled up the gaps a little bit better. The floss that I use embroidery floss rather than normal thread, and it just kind of plumps up and softens when I've soaked it, so I think that is the way forward. I like these kind of Christmas related things where you make them and then you bring them out every year, and they have that sentimentality attached to them, and they create that lovely warm feeling. So I do have my old sack from when I was a baby, which my mum made me. She made one for my sister too. I still have them, but it just looks very shabby, and I could always jazz it up, I suppose, but then no one else has. Me, my sister and my dad have got matching. I could steal my dad's and my mum's one from my dad. I don't think he would care. Anyway, yeah, I love making these kind of heirloom things, and then you collect them. So let me grab the others. Oh, you can see my little office is a bit of a mess. So